Welcome back to the morning show on XL7 TV. It's time for This Week in Real Estate with Bob Zadora. Bob Z.
Morning, sir.
It is morning.
Yep, it is. It's a little dark.
Need a good joke to get
It's a
your day
little.
started?
No, that was. I'm fine actually. I'm pretty good. So, you boys have been busy, I see.
Yes. Some of us
Well, you've been
have
running
to-
around a lot.
Have been, yes. It's been pretty wild. Let me go ahead, if you don't mind, go ahead and throw this out to our friends down at Izard County. ICC, Izard County Consolidated Schools, won their very first state championship in girls basketball yesterday.
Really, good for them. Good for
Sure,
them.
it was very good.
Yeah. Well, these kids should be congratulated for the things that they, kids, coaches, stuff. But the kids,
Yeah, people don't realize that there are 3 schools in Izard County that pretty good sized schools: Calco Rock, Melbourne, and then ICC. But yeah, Melbourne, the boys played yesterday afternoon. They got runner up. They got beat, but they got runner up. So 2 good schools down at Izard County. And
good for them.
I know you have a presence down toward
Yes,
that
we
direction.
do. Yes,
and
we do.
We just want to say congratulations to
sure.
them before we get started.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's important for these. Like I say, important for kids to be recognized.
You bet. So, other than that, just been calm.
Yeah, us too. Things have just been just like that duck going across the lake.
The Potans duck that don't give a quack. that
Man,
one?
we put a house in on last Friday, and had it under contract, multiple offers by Saturday, and we finally got everything presented on Monday. Just market's busy for stuff that's ready and priced right, ready to go. They're gone.
The key there is priced right.
Yeah. Well, that's part of it, for somebody to walk in and say, "Okay, I don't really have to do anything." Things are already done. I don't encourage people to take on big projects, but it makes it easier if everything is clean, neat.
Yeah, so on the seller
was the
side, you've got a gamut of things you should do. Make sure everything's not cluttered, make sure it's clean.
Right.
Like you say, don't take on big projects, just be prepared. Be prepared as the seller to know what you're going to do next, and that's one thing
That's
that
the
y'all
most important thing about it,
talk
yes.
about a lot.
Yep.
Make sure that you know what your plan is, have a plan,
What is Plan B?
and can you execute that plan in a quick way. Now, on the buyer side, they have a list of things they need to do as well. Get pre-approved, be ready, be able to move on something quickly.
Yep.
Don't put in, well, I need 90 days. No, folks aren't going to wait 90 days.
No.
Do away with as many contingencies as possible. Yes.
You want to make it easier for the seller to say yes. That's a big part of it. You want you want to cooperate. So you may have to give a little bit. Okay, I really didn't want gold chandeliers, whatever. Well, those things that can be replaced later. Okay, it's not the dream house, especially for first timers. I mean, a lot of these kids, they want mom and dad's house. Well, mom and dad have been working for a very long time and had maybe 2, 3, 4 sales, building up that equity and selling and buying a bigger house and then selling and to get to that house that they're in. I know my first house there was no stainless and there was no, granite on the counters, things like that. Just didn't do that. You bought a house, you bought kind of a fixer-upper as best you could, and I realize the market isn't quite the same now. I understand that. But at the time, what we paid for it was an appreciable amount of money to us, and you go forward. If we fixed it up. Then when we thought we were going to move, kids were all settled in school and everything's were going okay. I was working with the police. I was working at the stadium. Linda was teaching skating over at Disco Wheels, and she had the cleaning business and stuff, and it was like we were too busy to move, and so we stayed there longer than we had planned on. But then we eventually sold that, and we took the condo downtown and placed up in Fox Lake, came here, and we moved like 3 times in 5 years here, but we didn't know the first house was on some acreage, and it was just more to keep up than we could do. the real estate started going, and we were more focused on that. The house in Big Creek was a really, really nice house, but it was what it was. It was our house. It was never our home. It was one of those deals. And then where we are now, we're home now. And we know this is, okay, it took a while, but it was worth
Here it is.
it was worth the journey. But and by the same token, on each one of those steps, you build some equity up, you fix it up a little bit, and that's what you do.
But there still are some fixer-uppers out there.
are.
Unfortunately, right now, they come with a much higher price.
Right, they're coming with the higher price, and to get guys in there, guys, girls, because I have a girl plumber, guys, girls in there to do the repairs, to make the things, some of these, bring them up to code even. It's much more expensive. I talked to a guy this week, and they had been talking about building, and he started talking and getting some estimates of what it was going to be, and he says, I could do it, but I can't do it. You get that, you know how that is. Yeah, I could, but no, I'm not gonna. And so he's got us looking for, existing properties. This is what we're looking for. Okay, fine. As they come up, you'll be the first to know. And hopefully we can find them something. It's a hard thing to do. It's you got the dream house up here, and you want it, and you've been talking about it. You've been sitting there at the kitchen table saying, wouldn't it be nice if we had this or we did that or, change the yard. And sometimes you take half of that and you wait a little longer and, find the other half of what it is you're looking for. It's big decisions, and you don't want to get stuck in a rut of you're not happy where you're at, and being kind of paralyzed to move. You want to, if you're not happy there, let's find you something that you're going to be happy in. I took a call from somebody on that this week. Like the house, but not that much. Okay, fine. And there were people during COVID and stuff, I know, that came down. There were people who bought houses sight unseen. So they've been in them for a couple of years. It's 5 years since the first case hit. It's like this week somewhere in here, like they was first case hit Springfield or something. 5 years. Wow. But people who came here, they were kind of buying whatever was available. And now they're, okay, let's see what else is here. I want to, we like it here. We're going to stay. This isn't really the same situation. It's a nice house.
Yeah, get me out of my house,
Not our
but now
home.
I'm looking for a home.
I'm looking for a home.
Right.
And that's what we work on.
What seems to be the most desirable piece of real estate today in this area? What does everybody look for?
Everybody comes and they want to be on the lake with a little dock, be able to walk to there. Well, we don't do that here. It's not, that's the Corps really, really, really frowns on that. But they've got, that goes back to, and they want to be on 25 acres that they can walk to Walmart. Well, but they don't know. A lot of times they don't know what they don't know, and then they think, well, it's Arkansas. You want how much? Well, this much. What are houses in your neighborhood? Well, yeah, but we're in, Glencoe, whatever. Yeah, okay. Well, it's there was a time when rural Arkansas truly meant rural Arkansas, but you had no high-speed internet. You had limited accessibility. The roads were all junk.
Dirt.
Yeah,
Just
they
dirt.
were dirt,
Yep.
gravel.
Not gravel.
That's
No, sir.
another.
You
That's
had to
another.
get an
With
upgrade
dirt.
to
Well,
get the
yeah,
gravel.
that's
It's
right.
dirt.
That's true. And it's kind of funny because we'll have people and they'll say, I want to be out in the middle of nowhere. Okay, fine. So we'll pick a couple houses and we'll take off on the street, on the blacktop, and just make that left onto that gravel. And say, where are we going? Where are we going? No. Oh, you want to be out in the middle of nowhere. This is kind of how
This is the road
this is
that
how
says
you
nowhere.
get to nowhere. And no. It's got to be blacktop. It's got to got to this, got to
City water, city
It's like,
sewer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like okay. And so you explain things to them, and the only way you're going to get gas and stuff like that, natural gas, is you're going to be in the city. Very few little tentacles that go out, but for the most part, you're going to be in a city. So it means you're going to be in a neighborhood, which means you're going to be able to see your neighbor right next door to you. what's your priorities? And that's really the big thing with people is in talking to them. That's how we spend so much time, discovering what it is that they really want, letting them talk their way through it to kind of work out what, well, yeah, well, this is more important than this is. Okay, fine. We're here to help. There's 380 houses on the market right now. We got inventory. Going to find your exact house? No, we weren't going to find your exact house when there was 700 houses on the inventory. That's just, it's not too likely. I'll do it that way.
The difference, excuse me, the difference between some of the folks wanting to come here and the folks that live here and have the homes for sale is when the buyer comes in and says, I really don't want close neighbors. Now, where they come from, close neighbors may be reach out the window, share sugar.
Yes, sir.
Where here, a close neighbor may be 100 feet,
Right.
50 feet, 80 feet. Could be a mile and a half. Be a little more specific. How
Yeah.
close, how not close do you want them?
Yeah,
How
I mean, you
near
just
can you deal
not
with it?
want to see them as a tree line, okay, a bush line, something like that. And then they to realize, when they come and they see just the type of community we are, and I kind of revert back to this because it's what makes us people want to come here. You can buy 3 bedrooms, 2 baths in a lot of places, and you can't buy what we have as a community here. So as they start to see that, as they, if they're here for a couple of days and they go to the restaurants and they walk through Walmart, they walk through Harps, they go to Wraps and socialize a little bit with people, and this is a pretty cool place, and it's okay. You don't have to come here to get away from people. You kind of want to be with some of these people.
Yep.
I think that's got a lot to do with
You
it.
might know your neighbor here.
Yeah, you might actually, and they're going to have a
You might like 'em.
a like sense of how things should be.
Let's take a look at your numbers.
This week in real estate. You stayed on. Thank you. There were 63 new listings came on the market, 3 commercial properties, 14 parcels of land, 46 homes came on the market. They range in price from $35,000 to $1.2 million. 5 of them are taking backups. There were 38 sales, 2 commercial properties, 5 parcels of land, 31 homes sold. They ranged in price from $670,000 to $42,000. So the average sale price this week was $239,000, with the average days on market 94 days on market. A total of $7 million, $7.4 million in residential real estate closed this past week. 6 properties expired. There were 29 price changes. Currently, there's 389 homes listed on the MLS that you can walk in and buy. They're not under contract in any way, shape, or form. That just go in and pick them up. Year to date, for 2025, there's been 170 homes have sold for 170 homes have sold for $41 million. Average sale price is $245,000 with 93 days on market. Last year, there had been 161 homes that sold. Average sale price last year was $230,000 with 87 days on market. People are still we have more homes on the market, and we're starting to turn some of these over. There's the number is out there, so you've got more to choose from. It's bringing more people in because they can see more houses. It's kind of hard to get somebody to come in from Kenosha to see 2 houses that meet some specific criteria. Mm-hmm. That's kind of tough. So there are more homes out there that you can pick and choose from, but that also means that when those buyers come, there's more homes for them to pick and choose from. So you want to make sure that yours is ready. You want to get all the leaves and stuff up, get all the winter away from the house, get all the twigs and sticks and leaves and all that, get all the driveways blown off. You want them to pull into your driveway, look at your house and go, ooh, and not go, ooh. And that's really the first time I tell people when I put them in the car, I don't own any of these houses that we're going to see. You can't hurt my feelings. If we're pulling in the driveway and you just don't like the way, this isn't what you were looking for, just
Save
tell
our
me.
time.
There ain't no reason to go through that person's house. just to see what they got in there. I mean, it's not, so, but the importance of that ooh is can't be overstated. You know, take a look at the gutters. Don't get on the ladder yourself. Get somebody to go up there and do it. Clean the gutters out, all the little twigs and stuff like that out of there. A little touch-up paint here and there goes a long way. You know, just stack it. You can have a lot of stuff in the yard. Just kind of stack it up, pile it up, and like things. You'll be calling Bob pretty soon to come and cut the grass. It's gonna happen like that. I mean, there's a lot of buds on the trees. I drove to Harrison this week, and actually all the way up to Hollister, and there's a lot of buds on the trees going through. So if you still maybe have some storm damage from last fall, you know, just kind of work on it. Don't burn it.
Yeah, don't burn it.
Don't burn it. But get it cleaned up as best you can. Get it in a pile so when the red flags are listed, you can burn it off. That's great.
How'd they get you?
Call my honey. She's at 870-405-0793. Linda does all the spinning of the plate. She takes care of all that stuff. The website's retiredtoarkansas.net. You can get on that, take a look. The whole MLS is on there. We've got an IDX link for that. And we can be your buyer's rep. We can help you sell your home. We can help do both. You know, so between the six of us on the team, we can do whatever's got to get done.
It's been This Week in Real Estate with Mr. Bob Zadora, 870-405-0793, the Z Team. Let them turn your ooh into an ah. We'll be back in just a moment. We've got a recording today because our guest had to cancel.
You didn't tell me
so
that.
we'll be back.
Oh.